mà lẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn ò nílé lóko. Ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Hello everyone, it's Aderonke again. I hope your day is going well. Today I'll be addressing another Yoruba song that is intended for the honoring of an Òrìṣà, of an ancestor that contributed to the customs and the culture that we now have. The title of this one is Ògún Yenyo. This would be the second one on this playlist. The first one I made was on Yemoja, so if you haven't seen it and you'd like to watch it, please do. I'll link the playlist so that you can see, and also if I make subsequent videos you would see as well. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo is the title. It's a pretty short song. I have a video on Ogun. I broke the word itself down and I spoke on the character of this ancestor, of this deity, of the energy. If you haven't seen it, please do as well. I'll tell you the words and I'll sing it. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, Ebi. You can mention something. Ló ń pa mí o. Many things are included. Most of the time they are three-lettered good things. So like Omo and Owo and Ayo and Aje. Aje in the sense of wealth and fortune. You know, there's Orisha Aje as well, that is a separate entity. Oko, Iyi, Eye, Oye. Could be anything. Most of the time you just fill in the blanks with a good thing. There are so many good things that are three-lettered in the Yoruba language, and songs like this help you realize you can't put a word that is too long because then you lose the rhythm. So most of the time Omo and whatnot would work. So the song goes like this. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi owó ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi ọmọ ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi owó ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi ọlá ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi iyì ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo, ebi owó ló ń pa mí o. Ògún Yenyo. It's pretty short, as you can see, but you can make it go as long as you want, depending on how many good things you remember or you'd like to request from Ogun. Let's see what these words mean and then we can do some more singing, and that would be it. The first line is Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo. If you want to include ki, you can as well, Ògún Yenyo, but ki now is used less in sentences like this. It's like that. She said she'll be coming. She said that she'll be coming. It's really the same thing. Many times you just leave it out if it's not, necessary, and that's the case in this line. So, Ògún Yenyo, Ògún Yenyo. Ògún, the deity, again I broke it down in a dedicated video. So if you'd like to check it out, please do. Je is to permit, to let, to allow. Ki is like so that. So again, it's not absolutely necessary in sentences like this. And in this case, it's not even in the song. So you can leave it out if you want. But the equivalent of it is the phrase so that. Is me or I, and I'll explain soon. Yo is to be satisfied or to satisfy, depending on the context. In another context, it could be too satisfied in the case of intoxication. So if a Yoruba person sees a drunk person and says Otiyo, they are saying they are intoxicated. It's also used in the context of intoxication because these things were not original, getting drunk and all that. So it's the word that serves to express drunkenness, but in and of itself it's more satisfaction. Is a synonym of me. In some dialects they would say in some others they would say me. So don't confuse this with mung or ronkem jeun. The one that has the me tone is like is. It indicates that something is happening in a sentence or it happens. Ronken jeun, ronke is eating. Mung jo, I am dancing. That has the me tone on it typically. This is re, re, so don't confuse them. Just because appears in my example sentences a lot, you may think, isn't this the one that indicates that the sentence is in present tense or continuous tense? No, it's separate. This one is me or I, depending on the context. So I'll give you an example. If you say ba mi gbe omo mi, you would be saying the same thing if you say ba n gbe omo mi. Ba mi gbomo mi, ba n gbomo mi. You're saying the same thing. Ba is help, me or is me, be is to carry, omo is child, me is my. So help me carry my child. If you translate, because this is a transliteration, if you translate give me my child, or carry my child to me, so to speak, these two sentences are the same thing. So me and are the same. So if you say Ògún jẹ́ yo and you say Ògún jẹ́ mi yo in another dialect, you would be saying the same thing. Ògún jẹ́ ki, or you can leave the ki out, like I said, or me, satisfy or be satisfied. Ògún, allow me to be satisfied. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ mi yo is the same thing. That's what the first line means. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún, let me be satisfied. The translation would be Ògún satisfy me. You are introducing Ògún into, or the energy of Ògún, the can do, can get energy of Ògún, to declare the things that you want. You're asking for their favor in those regards that I'm going to explore soon. So Ògún, let me be satisfied. When you translate to English, you're insinuating Ògún satisfy me. Give me these things, these good things that I'm mentioning. Let me be satisfied with these things. You are saying Ògún has, in the very basic sense, you're saying Ògún as a provider, because Ògún was a farmer, worked with tools, a hard worker. You're seeing Ògún as a provider, as someone who can provide those things that you're mentioning. So that's that. And then you have the AB. You mentioned something. Long pami. I'm hungry for something. I'm hungry for this. I'm hungry for that. I'm hungry for those. AB. Owo long pami. AB. Omo long pami. And whatnot. So there are so many things that you can be hungry for. You can be hungry for owo. You can be hungry for ola. You can be hungry for omo. You can be hungry for oko. You can be hungry for oko. You can be hungry for aya. You can be hungry for ife. You can be hungry for ile. You can be hungry for iyi. You can be hungry for uyi. You can be hungry for ayo. You'd be surprised. There's so many good things, and these are their meanings. So many good things that are three-lettered in the Yoruba language. You can be hungry for eye. You can be hungry for Orin, for laughter, if that is applicable in your situation. You can be hungry for so many things. That's why I said you can make the song last for as long as you want. If you start to mention all the things that you desire. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi owó ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ọlá ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ọmọ ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ọkọ ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ọkọ ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi aya ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ilé ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi oyè ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ayọ̀ ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo. You can make this last for as long as you want. Typically, people would chip in. So once you start, someone will mention something that they want. Another person would, many times you would even clash. So somebody would be saying Omo and another person would be saying Ile at the same time, but you still keep singing. And somebody would say their own of what they want. For some people it is like a child, for some people it's money, for some people it's a house. So if you like, if you're in a gathering and you'd like to sing this song, you can even like take turns so that everybody gets a chance to say what they desire. You know, it's short and sweet. A B is hunger. B is to ask. So the thing that asks, specifically for food, your stomach growls, and even if it doesn't get to that point, your body asks. The thing that asks in your body. Of course, you feed it with food. You don't respond to that ask with a stone or with feces. Of course, you know what to respond to it with, but it asks, and of course, it's implied. It asks for food, for something. We've learned that it's food that it's asking for. I don't know how our ancestors determined that, or the initial set of humans determined what to put in their mouths and what not. I suppose there would have been trial and error, but we now have things that we put in our bodies that are classified as food. So it's very basic, the thing that asks. But the English equivalent is hunger. Lo is a combination of two words, ni o. We like to shrink words in the Yoruba language, so this is a combination. Ni o is combined to form lo. Ni is, o is what. See, this is the I was referring to earlier. It's not it's in this context, it's is. It suggests that something is happening or something happens. And in this case, one is saying that one is being affected by a hunger for or a desire for a good thing. Ba is to affect. It is the most versatile. I'd like to take that risk and say it's the most versatile Yoruba verb. I made a video in that regard, so I will attach it. In this context, it's affect. In another, it could be murder, it could be turn off, it could be to rob, it could be to hatch, it could be to crack. It is so versatile. So I hope you watched that video. Me is me and O is exclamation word. Many times it's not exclamation per se, it can be for emphasis. It's a word for emphasis and for exclamation. So the hunger of something is affecting me. You're emphasizing that with the O. The hunger of this is affecting me. The hunger of money is affecting me. I'm hungry for this. I'm hungry for money. I'm hungry for wealth. I'm hungry for honor. I'm hungry for joy. I'm hungry for a car. I'm hungry for a wife. I'm hungry for a husband. Whatever applies to you, you insert. So very simply, the words of the song are Ògún, satisfy me, I am hungry, or I am yearning for this, I'm yearning for that, I'm yearning for those. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi owó ló ń pa bí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ilé ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi ọlá ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo, Ògún jẹ́ yo, ebi owó ló ń pa mí o. Ògún jẹ́ yo. So that's that. If you have any questions about this song, please don't hesitate to ask. It's pretty short. I don't expect too many questions, but I'd be happy to hear from you and get some feedback. And any further discussion is definitely welcome. Thank you for watching and for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now.
Aláìmọ̀kànmọ̀kàn ní sọ pé bí Ògún bá gbalẹ́gbodò àwọn sì ìgboko lọ, wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé ìsà tó gbalẹ́gbodò lè gboko lọ́wọ́ ẹni. Ògún ò ní fẹ́ràn wáyé lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́ gbogbo ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ ọ̀dẹ. Tá a bá ràjò àmórídé nù lé, ọmọ inú odi kì í kú sẹ́yìn odi. Ògún lákàáyé ọ̀sìn mọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ràn wáyé lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́. Ògún jẹ ń yó, Ògún jẹ ń yó, Ògún jẹ ń yó, Ògún jẹ ń yó, ebi owó ló ń pa wá o.
Ògún jẹ ń yó,
Ògún jẹ ń yó, ebi ọmọ ló ń pa mí o.
Ògún jẹ ń yó,
Ògún jẹ ń yó, ebi ọmọ ló ń pa mí o.
Ògún jẹ ń yó.
Ògún lákàáyé ọ̀sìn mọ́lẹ̀ mo ní wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́ làárẹ̀.